You can call me Moses, Joshua.
Yes, sir, Moses.
This movie absolutely. It said that this movie took 4 years to make. If it took 4 years to make, then why did this movie look like it was made in one day? This movie is bad. It is one of the worst animated movies of all time. So, I'm going to be reviewing the movie. Let's begin. Let's start off with the story. The concept is trash. It sucks. Who would even like the concept? I'm only going to be telling you the concept, not the story, because who even cares about the story? The concept of an the concept about a anthropomorphic lion learning courage. That's the concept. Doesn't that sound familiar to you? Yes, you may heard of that concept from other movies. So, this film is unoriginal and cliched. Yes, unoriginal and cliched, just like many other terrible movies. Now, I will admit that cliches do not really matter as long as they do it right. But I don't care. This movie is so bad that I have to break that rule. And oh, yeah, the cliches, they do it pretty bad in this movie. There's also the dialogue, which the dialogue is incredibly terrible in this movie. I always wanted for these characters to just shut up. Then we have the animation. Now, the animation is where I really want to criticize this movie. The CG looks absolute horrifying. And oh, not only is it horrifying, it's nauseous. I might get some. I might get a headache from watching this entire movie. There's even the character designs, which the character designs are absolute terrifying. They look incredibly ugly. These character designs are possibly the worst thing I have ever seen. And oh, despite the fact they're lions. Not only, yeah, they're lions, but if they're lions, then why don't they have tails or paws? They don't even look like lions at all. They look more like humanoids with lion heads, which makes the character designs even more terrible. Then we have the lip syncing, which the syncing in this film is incredibly poor, and the worst part, they don't even match up to what they say. Then we have the characters. We have I want to talk about two characters because you already know the characters in this movie that they are terrible. Just by looking at the movie, you can tell that the characters suck in this. This we have the character, the main character, Joshua, who is incredibly unserviceable, boring, annoying, and yet he doesn't look like a lion. His body doesn't look like a lion's form. It's only the head that makes him look like a lion. And there's even this narrator, that purple lion. Actually, it's not a lion, it's a pig cat, which is just floats around and talking to us. Also, the character that this narrator gets on my nerves. And what makes the characters worse, the voice acting is abysmal in this film. This movie has possibly the worst characters that I have ever seen in an animated feature, and I do not even bother telling you the names or talking about the characters at all. Screw this movie. Just screw this movie. It is possibly one of the worst animated films I have ever seen. And just by looking at the movie, you can already tell it's one of the worst animated films ever made. Screw this movie, just screw it. To me, my rating for this film, I'll give it a negative 2.1 out of 10. My god, this movie sucks horribly.